Good day everyone, you're welcome to this lesson. Our subject for today is mathematics and our topic is weight. You can see on the screen, weight. Look at this picture. You can see the feet of a child there, on a scale, trying to measure his or her weight. My name is Miss Adegoke. You are welcome to this class. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to define weight, convert weight, and solve sums on weight. Yes, what is weight? Weight means how heavy or how light an object is. Now, when we talk about weight, check your weight. It doesn't really mean that only heavy things, have weight. Things that are light too, sometimes they have little weight or no weight at all. So weight means how heavy or how light an object is. And then the unit of weight, we've mentioned what weight is. The unit of weight in Nigeria is grams and kilograms. These are the basic that we use. We have a lot of them, but these basics are the ones that we use. We have grams, say kilograms. And you see the short form for grams is the G there, while kilogram is kg. Sometimes when we want to buy something, then she says, I want like 5 kg. I want like 20 kg. So the kg means kilogram. Or you want to go and buy things like chicken or turkey or fish or meat. And they say, I want 5 kilo. The kilo there means kilogram. It is kg, kilogram. That's what they mean. So for measuring weight, it is grams that we use. If you want to measure liquid now, like water, you say liters, 5 liters, 10 liters, So the liquid is liters. But if you want to measure weight, we are talking about kilograms or grams. Even if people want to measure distance, so they can say 12 kilometers. So meter, how long? But for weight, it is gram. We use gram to measure weight, so you should take note of that. When you want to measure weight, it has to do with grams, kilograms. Now, we are going to learn this conversion of weight. See what we have here. 10 milligrams make 1 centigram. Take note of that. 10 centigrams make 1 decigram. 10 decigram make 1 gram. 10 grams make 1 decagram. 10 decagrams make 1 hectogram. 10 hectogram make 1 kilogram. 1,000 kilograms make 1 metric ton. I come again. 10 milligrams make 1 centigram. 10 centigrams make 1 decigram. 10 decigrams make 1 gram. 10 grams make 1 decagram. 10 decagrams make 1 hectogram. 10 hectograms make 1 kilogram. 1,000 kilograms make 1 metric ton. Now, these are the basics, and these are all the units of measuring weight that we have. But take note of these basics. We have 100 centigram as 1 gram. The CG there means centigram. 1,000 gram is 1 kilogram. And then 1,000 kilogram will now give you 1 ton. Is that taken? 100 centigram is 1 gram. 1,000 gram is 1 kilogram. And 1,000 kilogram is 1 ton. Now let's look at some simple addition that we have here. We have centigram on this side. And we have milligram on this side. Now you have been told that 10 milligram is what will give us 1 centigram. 10 of this equals 1 of this. 10 of this milligram equals 1 of this centigram. Now let's look at this simple addition. Addition has the plus sign. So we have 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is what? 17, right? Okay. Are we going to write all the 17 down? No. See, once the milligram becomes 10, the 10 automatically becomes 1 centigram. So this is 17. And 17 means 10 plus 7, right? 10 plus 7. That's what 17 means. So this 10 is already up to, 10 milligram is 1 centigram. So we can bring this 10 to this side. This one is 7, it's not up to 10, so it will remain here. That's why we have 7 milligram here. This other 10, 9 plus 8 is 17, no? The other 10 has been converted to centigram, so we have it here. Is that taken? So now if we add 1 to 24, that will be 25. Is that taken? So we have 25 plus 33. What do we have? 5 plus 3 is what? 8. And 2 plus 3 is what? 5. I hope you can see this. So that's how we have 58 centigram. Do you understand what I've just done? The milligram, our answer is 17, but we cannot write all the 17 because once milligram gets to 10, we convert it to 1 centigram. You can see the formula here, and it is 17 that we have here. So we bring the 10 to centigram side and leave only the one that is not up to 10, which is 7. Is that taken? Okay, let's look at this other one. You know, we mentioned earlier that 1 milligram is 10 milligram is 1 centigram. Okay, the same thing applies here too. 100 centigram becomes 1 gram. You can see gram is bigger than centigram. So let's see here now. 9 plus 6, that's what? 15. You cannot write all the 15 down, because once it gets to 10, it has to be converted to centigram. So I know that 15 is 10 plus 5. So if we take away 10 from 15 and put the 10 here as 1 centigram, it will remain 5. That's the 5 you can see here, 5 milligram. So we add 1 to 11. That gives us 12, right? 12. 12 plus, what do we have here under 11? That's 88. So let's add and see what that will give us. 2 plus 8 is what? Yes, 10. Write 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 that we have carried is what? 2. 2 plus the 8 that we have here, that's 10. So can you tell me what we have now? That's 100. And you know that once the centigram is up to 100, it will automatically become what? 1 gram. So 12 plus 88 here is 100. And 100 centigram, this one is centigram, you know. 100 centigram is what? 100 centigram is 1 gram. So because this thing is 100 now, we have to bring it to the gram side. So that means for this centigram, there will be nothing there. That's why we have 0. Is that taken? That's why we have 0. We've brought the 100. Let's say it is 101 now. We will bring 100 to gram side and leave 1 here. But it is just only 100. And the 100 has to be converted to gram. Is that taken? So now, see, 1 gram plus 2 gram that we have here before, that's 3 grams. And then 3 grams plus 6 grams, that's 9 grams. And that's what gives us this answer here. So our answer now is 9 grams, 0 kilogram, and 5 milligram. Is that taken? That's our final answer. Can you see that? That's our final answer there. Now, let's see more examples. We've seen that in the previous one, 1000 centigram is 1 gram. As you can see here, 100 centigram is 1 gram. Once the centigram gets to 100, it becomes 1 gram. Now, let's see. Once the gram gets to 1000, this is 1000, not 100. Once the gram gets to 1000 grams is what gives us 1 kilogram. Not this place, is 1000. 1000 grams is what gives us 1 kilogram. Now let's see what we have here. 486 plus 812. Pay attention. Tell me, 6 plus 2 is what? That's 8. 8 plus 1 is what? That's 9. And 4 plus 8 is what? That's 12. So what do we have? You know we count 3 from the back. 1, 2, 3. Then you put your comma. You know this 3 means 100 tens and units. And after 100 tens and units, we have 1000. So what we have here is 1298. And take note of this. So 1000 grams. 1000 gram is 1 kilogram. So let's take this 1000 away. This 1000 gram is already 1 kilogram. Is that taken? So it remains 298, right? Please take note of that. So it remains 298. Is that 298 that is left, that is not up to 1,000, that will bring here under gram? Can you see? You know that when we added these two digits, it gave us 1,298. But 1,000 gram is 1 kilogram. So we have brought the 1,000 to this kilogram side. So it is this 298 that we have written down here. Now the one, this is 1, not 2. The one that we've brought here, when we add it to 2, that becomes 3. And 3 plus 7 is what? 10. So here we have 10 kilogram, then 298 gram. Is that taken? So that's our final answer there. Now we come to subtraction. Subtraction of metric weight. We have milligram. We have a milligram here. We have centigram, and then we have gram. You know that we said 10 milligram is 1 centigram. Okay, so that means 1 centigram is 10 milligram. 1 centigram is 10 milligram. So we need to subtract, take away. Can we take away 9 from 6? It's impossible because 6 is smaller to 9. So what do? We borrow. Remember that 1 centigram is 10 milligram. If we borrow 1 from here, it will become 10 when it gets here, because 1 centigram is 10 milligram. So when we add the 10 to 6, what do we have? We now have 16 take away 9. Is that taken? 16 take away 9. 16 take away 9 is what? That's 7. So that's how we have 7 here. Can you see the 7 milligram? We borrowed 1, but when we borrowed the 1, it becomes 10. So 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 take away 9. That's 7. Remember, this one is 31 now. 31 centigram. Now we have 31 minus 65 centigram. Is that possible? No way. Because 31 is smaller to 65. What do? We borrow from this gram side. I hope you still remember. It is 100 centigram that makes 1 gram. So that means 1 gram will be what? 100 centigram. So if we borrow 1 from here now and bring it here, the one we are bringing here becomes 100. This one remains 4. So when we bring the 1 here, that's 100. 100 plus, we bring 1 here. And that one that we have brought there means 100. So 100 plus the 32 that we have here before, that we have up here before. 100 plus 32, that will give us 132. So now we have 132 here. And then we now want to take away, this is where we have 132 now. We want to take away 65. So what do we have? 132 minus 65. Let's take away and see what it will give us. 2 take away 5. That's impossible. You borrow 1. This one remains what? 2. So 12 take away 5. That's what? Oh, there's a mistake. Please. In this 32 before, we've borrowed 1 and it remains 31, right? So when we borrow the 1 from gram, it becomes 100. So 100 plus 31 will give us, it is 31 that should be here, not 2. Will give us, let me clean it. It is 31 that should be there. So this is not 2. This is supposed to be 1. And this 2 should not be 2. That should be 1. Okay, here we have 31. Our 31 that was there before. So 100 plus 31 will give us 131. And then we cannot take away 5 from 1. So we borrow from this 3 and bring here. This 3 remains 2. So 11 minus 5, that will give us what? That will give us 6. Then we have 2 here. And 1 and 2 together is what? 12. 12 minus 6. That's 6. Can you see that now? So 131 minus 65 centigram will give us 66 centigram. Remember, you know that we borrowed them 1 from this 5 gram before it remains 4. So 4 minus 3 will give us 1. So that's how we get this our final answer. 1 gram, 66 centigram, and 7 milligram. Is that taken? I've put it here on the screen. 1 centigram is 10 milligram, and 1 gram is 100 centigram. Okay, there's another example here. 150 gram minus 560 gram is impossible. So what do? We borrow from kilogram. And when we are borrowing from kilogram, I hope you still remember that 1,000 gram is 1,000 gram that will give us 1 kilogram. So that means 1 kilogram is what? 1,000 grams. So this gram, the number up is not sufficient to take away this number down. What do? We borrow from kilogram. And when we borrow 1 from kilogram, see, 1 kilogram is what? 1,000 gram. See, 1 kilogram, 1,000 gram. When we borrow 1 from kilogram, it will become 1,000 here. So when we borrow 1 from 7, the 7 will remain what? 6. 7 will remain 6. And the 1 kilogram we have borrowed is 1,000. So that 1,000 plus the 150 we have here will give us 1,150. Is that taken? So we now take away our 560 now from this number that we have here. So let's take away. Let's subtract. What do we have? 0 minus 0, that's 0. 5 minus 6, can we take away 6 from 5? That's impossible. What do? Borrow from here, bring here. This one remains 0. So we have 15 take away 6. And 15 take away 6 is what? That's 9. So this one that was there before is now 0. So 1 and 0 is 10. And 10 minus 5 will give us what? 5. Can you see that? So that's how we have 590 gram. This 590 is what you can see here, 590 gram. And then 6 kilogram minus 3 kilogram will give us 3 kilograms. So this is our final answer. 3 kilogram, 590 grams. Is that taken? Is that taken? So we have another example here. We have centigram and milligram. It is still subtraction. 6 minus 7 is not possible. So what do? We borrow from centigram and bring here. When we borrow from centigram to bring here, this automatically becomes 10. Is that taken? So this one remains 23. So what do we have? 10 plus 6, that's 16. Now we have 16 minus 7. And what would that give us? That's 9. So that's how we get the 9 that is here. Then we have 23 minus 11. Of course, that's very simple. 23 minus 11. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So that's how we get our 12 centigram here. Is that taken? Please, you can go back if you need to listen again, and then so that you can get it well. So in this lesson, we have learned the definition of weight. We have looked at the conversion of weight, and we have added some weight sums. We have also subtracted some weight sums. Now, what you will do, you have to add this. 3 kilogram, 430 gram. You see, we have some numbers here. Then this one too. 1 kilogram, 290. 1 kilogram, 290 grams. And the third one, 3 kilograms, 712 grams. Add the 3 together. Then subtract 19 kilogram, 983 gram from 37 kilogram, 175 grams. So you do that. You take away this one from this big one. Now, in conclusion, we have learned that the unit of weight is in grams and kilograms. I told you earlier that weight, if you want to measure weight, whether weight of human being or weight of things, it is in gram. If you want to measure how long, like you want to measure the length of your table, that one is meter, like centimeter, millimeter, meter. If you want to measure liquid, the volume of liquid, and that one is liter, like 5 liters. If you buy all these soft drinks, or you buy the wine, you see it's there, 50, 5 liters, 10 liters, and on like that. So the liquid is in liters. The length, that one is in meters. But for weight, we are talking about grams. It is grams that we use to measure weight. Now we can add in metric weight and also subtract in metric weight, like we have talked about gram, centigram, milligram, that's what it means. Then we'll be looking at multiplication and division in metric weight in our next lesson. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.